evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world of Leo, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Dan Anderson today, who's actually in a meeting, and we will be joined later in the call by the one and only Mr. Me here. So hope you've got your pad and pen ready to take lots of notes, because lots of important information coming your way. So if we go to the next slide, please, Jeff. The agenda. Focus Africa. We're going to be looking at Africa today and what's been going on in that entire continent, because there's lots and lots of exciting stuff, and we want to make sure that each and every one of you firstly are recognized, and also that all the other countries and continents around the world can see what's going on in Africa. Then we're looking at some events. We've got some stuff in the news, the child education packs, Momentum 2019, where the deadline for that is fast approaching, and the executive trip to Cambodia. And then finally, you're going to get exciting news from me about Leo coin. So, got a nice drink and you're sat there ready to go, because we're going to go firstly into looking at Africa. And we've got to obviously do some big recognition. And I feel I drew the short straw here slightly, because some of the names, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to not even attempt to pronounce, because I don't want to embarrass myself or anybody else that's online. But there's so much that we need to actually go through here. And me here and I are obviously on our way to South Africa, to Johannesburg on Friday, for what will be Leo's biggest event in the last 2 years, I believe, maybe even longer than that. So we're very excited about that. And for those of you that are still thinking about going, then I've got good news. There's a few tickets left. So if you rush to the back office, you'll be able to get your ticket to attend that training and the Discover Leo and the recognition ceremony that's going to take place. And I'll be there, me here will be there, and Ash and Charlie will be there too. So it's going to be a great event. So the first person we want to recognize is this lovely lady who's hit the rank of executive, and she actually achieved that in under 30 days, would you believe? And here we are in the company that's now coming up for 8 years old, and we've got people coming into the business 8 years later and achieving the rank of executive in under 30 days. So congratulations to you, madame. We hope to meet you at the weekend in Johannesburg. Please do come up and say hi to me and me here. Next slide, please, Jeff. Next gentleman we're looking at here, 24-year-old gentleman who's reached the rank of executive. He's Nigerian, and he's living and studying in the Philippines. So that's exciting, because obviously Rachel, big leader there in the Philippines, and she's actually coming to South Africa, as she's got a team over in South Africa too. So congratulations to you, sir. We look forward to seeing you at the weekend. I assume you're coming, proudly holding your Leo coin there, and very well done. And don't forget, keep the momentum going. Once you've hit the rank of executives, very important to keep pushing, keep striving, and help other people to break the same rank, and then you'll develop yourself. Because in Leo, it's all about helping other people get what they want, and in turn you'll get what you want. So now you've hit the rank of executive, you can help other people to do the same. Next slide. Master Pat, there's an easy one. Executive member, running very fast to the next rank. I don't know, maybe you'll hit it before we get to see you in Johannesburg. Congratulations to you, sir. Great news. We look forward to seeing you on the next executive trip. Next slide, please. Pastor David, so the first and only executive from Ghana, would you believe? And it says here on the slide, he oozes passion for Leo and his country and his team. So that's probably why he's an executive, because you have to absolutely believe in yourself and in Leo and in helping other people. So well done to you, Pastor David. Next slide, please. Lovely lady here, hit the executive rank whilst heavily pregnant. Wow. So I guess that's a big motivation. New baby arriving, all the expense involved with that. So congratulations to you, madame. And she loves Leo coin trading, and she's a trainer on it, on live coin. So that's great news as well. And we look forward to hearing your great news about your baby, unless it's already arrived. Next slide, please, Jeff. So where are we going now? I'm behind here slightly. Okay, so next one is Maggie and Stanley, and they are senior executives. Now, they've busted the UK head office as an associate and haven't looked back since, and they're going through the ranks. They've got big goals, and they work together, which is fabulous news, and they're building a great team all around Africa. And they're grandparents as well to 2 lovely grandchildren, so I know how that feels. That's a good thing to have. No better reason to build your Leo business than for your children and your grandchildren and all of those little ones that look up to you each and every day. Look forward to seeing you at the weekend, Maggie and Stanley. Next slide. Okay, and next lady, Shoki, I guess that is senior executive, and she's actively promoting Leo on social media all the time, and she's grown an enormous organization. Great things said about her by Ash and Charlie and all the other leaders, so well done to you, madam, and keep pushing. Senior executives is a big rank, but you're just a little bit away from getting to director, so with some hard work, some effort and some duplication, I'm sure you'll get there real soon. Next slide. So now we have a lovely lady here. She's very close to becoming the first marketing director in the African region. Now that's a big rank to have attained, and she's done this in under 6 months, would you believe? So this is absolutely amazing. She's absolutely trailblazing across the entire continent and beyond. She could be the fastest marketing director in Leo history. We'd have to check that. I'll get Graham to have a look because he knows all these sort of things. She's an amazing networker, and she loves what she's doing. She loves her journey with Leo, and that she's used to driving 13 hours a day just to conduct meetings from city to city. So she's absolutely 100% committed, and that's one of the things you have to be if you want to be successful in network marketing. You've got to be committed, you've got to be loyal, and you've got to deliver on the things that you promise to your team, yourself, and to your upline and the company. Next slide. Okay, another lovely lady here, senior executive, been with Leo Africa from the very start, and she's continued to drive her business with passion and respect. And she's respected as a motivational speaker and coach within the team as well. So that's good. Maybe we can get you to some other countries and continents around the world when we're doing our live seminars. So maybe we can have a chat about that. Congratulations, senior executive. There could be so many awards. In fact, the list of awards being presented at the weekend is unbelievable. There's literally boxes and boxes and boxes of iPads and iPhones, you name it, it's going out there. But great achievement, and we're looking forward to seeing many more senior executives breaking in the weeks and months ahead in Africa. Next one, Jeff. Okay, and this gentleman, he's an executive. He's a famous face around South Africa because he's also a TV presenter and a professional public speaker and figure. So maybe, again, another gentleman that can help us with live seminars. I'd like to have a conversation about that. What this is really showing to everybody else who's outside of Africa is that the momentum that can be created in a marketplace through the enthusiasm of its leaders and their commitment to focus on the important things and not focus on irrelevant things is proof positive that you can actually do anything. And Africa's not an easy market. It's certainly not as hard as some markets, but it's a lot harder than a lot of our markets. And yet you're seeing here when a new team starts to grow and develop, and they get that energy and that passion and that enthusiasm spreading through the team, really anything is possible. I mean, I'm sat here asking myself the question, could the first vice president in Leo be coming out of the African continent? You never know. That's certainly throwing down the gauntlet to a lot of our leaders and our members in other countries around the world. So well done to you, sir. Looking forward to seeing you at the weekend, I hope. Next slide. Okay, and this lovely lady, she obviously loves cryptocurrency because she's got a beautiful t-shirt there, or dress with cryptocurrency on it. Crypto Dimensions, I think that says. 26-year-old, she's a director in the business, and they say she's the beast of the industry. Not sure whether that's going to translate very well into some markets, but I think that means she's the best. It may be a typo, you never know. She's one of the fastest to hit director, and she did it in only 70 days. 70 days, ladies and gentlemen. You think how many people we have in our team that in 70 days haven't even managed to log in their back office. And here is this lady that in 70 days has managed to hit the rank of director, and I'm sure is turbo speeding towards the next rank, and we really look forward to seeing you at the weekend. And she may be marketing director in the next month or so, apparently it says here. So really nice if she was marketing director by Saturday, because then me here would get to present her award at our event in Johannesburg. Next slide. So here's an event that's gone on somewhere, a British strategy training for members. You can see a whole group of guys there working together, and they've obviously had a great day, and they've been talking about the business, how they're going to develop the business in that marketplace, which is always good, and we'd like to see this. I think they're even cutting a Leo cake there, which is really cool. And the thing about networking is that the teams that grow and develop are the teams that don't wait for the company to put on a training meeting. They have their own. And then they ask the company, could you send a speaker along? So they're not just waiting for the next thing from the company. They actually have their own strategy and their own business plan of how they're going to develop the marketplace. So we love to see this. So if you're holding a meeting with your team, or you're having an event, then why not send the pictures in, give us a little brief about it, so that everybody in the world of Leo can know exactly what you're up to and how you're developing your team and your business in your area. Next slide, please, Jeff. So that brings us to South Africa this weekend, 2nd of March. It's going to be a massive event. We've got a few tickets left, so if you've not got one yet, then do rush to the back office and purchase them. They're only £10 each, would you believe? So that's for the whole training, that's for your food, that's for your recognition ceremony and the Discover Leo. So this is a great opportunity for you to bring prospects too. So you can come along as a member, bring your prospects so they can experience Leo live, and then they can attend the Discover Leo, and you use this as a springboard for growing your business and your team. And we know that the continent of Africa is using this event as the springboard to really get moving. And that's their words, not ours. They're using this event to really start motoring forward so we can follow it up with a tour and then an even bigger event. And I can tell you a secret that some of the leaders are really planning on a 5,000 to 6,000 person event before the end of this summer. So it shows that they've got big, big goals. And when you have big goals, any obstacles you come across seem small, which means you can get over them a lot easier than if you look at an obstacle as being unsurmountable because it's too big or the logo's the wrong color or whatever it is that you've got. So if you have big goals, then you can make audacious plans. You can have massive momentum, and that's really what we're seeing here in the African continent right now. And it's starting to spread out of Africa as well. So we're seeing teams popping up all over the world, in the USA, the UK, the Philippines, all over the place that are now coming out of Africa. And that's good for everybody's business, because the more people are talking about Leo, the more people are engaging with us and are developing their business and getting the vision, the better it is for each and every one of us. So if you have not got your ticket for the event, please do get them today, because if you don't, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed. We do have to end it today, but there are a few tickets that are available still. Next slide. So this is one of our training packages that's gone on Core Line, Boost Your Emotional Intelligence. There's a title. And it's one of the things that we should all be really looking at. It's good for each and every one of us to really keep sharpening our act and our axe as regards to what we do each and every day. And this stuff helps you not just at home, not just in business. You can apply what you learn in these courses throughout your entire life. So be it spiritual, be it your professional, be it your personal life, these things help you. And this is a particularly good course because it talks about things like self-awareness, people skills, how to have a positive outlook, how to have empathy, you know. And as leaders, which all of you should be, we have to have empathy, not sympathy. It's a very different thing. Because when you empathize with someone, you listen to them and you offer them a hand and a solution of how to get out of that situation. When you sympathize with them, what you're really doing is jumping in the same problem with them, and then you both look at each other and you're both stuck in the same problem. So we have to be empathetic leaders. It talks about teamwork, coaching and mentoring, adaptability, inspirational leadership, and much, much more. All the things that you need to really develop yourself and in turn develop your business. So this is a great course that you should really be looking to actually conduct yourself. And when you're in a business like Leo, it's important that you do use your own product. But ask yourself the question, when was the last time you logged in and did some online learning and actually used the products that we sell to our members? You see, you're the best advertisement when you know what our product is. So we should all be constantly on a process of learning by using the products that Leo actually offers us in our back office and in the training platform. So do look at that one, and I encourage each and every one of you to actually start that course and finish it. It's very, very well worth the investment of your time, energy, and money. Next slide. Networking know-how. So this is for introverts, and as you can see here, this is a heavily Chinese course, what's showing on the screen here, but it first appeared on Talk Business, and it's now covered by 3 sites in China. And this is a course that all of you should be looking at because we're in the networking business. You may not be an introvert, that's true, but you may have a team member that is. So you need to conduct the course yourself so you're able to advise them and help them, because you may be an extrovert, but that doesn't mean all your team are. So this is a good course that you can take as well. Simply log into the site and then you can conduct that course yourself. Next slide. Next slide, Jeff, please. Okay, the slides aren't moving. Oh, the Leo Child Education Pack. So most of you should have seen this unless you're brand new. Now, this is a new innovation to the company, and it's really helping to shape the direction of the company moving forward and the way that Dan and the board of directors thinks. You know, we do believe you can have anything you want in life if you help other people get what they want. But it means we have to have some structure in the way that we help the community, and particularly through education, children around the world. And most of you will be aware that we successfully funded and built and launched a school in Nepal, and you may well have seen the video of me here there with the team, with Camilla, etc. And that was just the start. It was to prove that it could be done. We know we can do it, and as an organization and a community around the world, we have the power, if we want to be able to help hundreds of thousands of children get an education that they normally would not get if it wasn't for people like us. And that's about being a social entrepreneur. And these new child education packs are available to pre-order now. They're only £150, and the RP&BP is currently set at 80. And the course, you'll get access to 2 new courses that are exclusively about social entrepreneurship. So this is about why being a socially responsible entrepreneur is more important than just being an entrepreneur. And a proportion of each pack will go towards projects aimed at improving education for children in developing countries around the world. You know, now Dan and me have a vision of hundreds of Leo schools being built all across the world. But to do that, we all have to take some responsibility. We can move mountains if we all just help a little bit. So do look at the child and education pack. It's something that could really, really shape the future of the business, not only for you, not only for the corporation, but also for all those children who otherwise just won't get an education. And an education, as you'll see in the video about the school in Nepal, is so important because it changes so much more than just the child's own learning. It has an impact in a far wider range of things within their own communities and their families. Next slide, please. So momentum. We'll talk about momentum a lot in Africa, won't we? And it's very, very interesting to see how many of the African citizens across the whole continent have qualified for one of the momentum trips. Now, as you all now know, I'm sure that the Dubai Regional Incentive event is now closed. It's full. We cannot squeeze one more member into that event. However, the good news is that you still have to the end of this month, to the end of February, to still qualify, and you will come on the cruise that's going out of China and Hong Kong. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. You could be in Finland, United Kingdom, you could be in Dubai, Pakistan, India, China. It doesn't matter where you are now. Let's pretend the entire Leo world is just one world for this remaining week of the incentive. It now means that if you have introduced a new member within the qualification period and you help to get them to platinum by the end of this week, so you only have a few days left, then you will still come to momentum, but you won't be going to Dubai. You'll be coming to the Hong Kong cruise. So that's actually very, very exciting because, you know, Dubai is a great location, sure it is, but a cruise in Hong Kong is certainly something else, because Mihir and I have done it. We did it last year with the Asia team, and it was an amazing event. So don't step off the gas. Don't think, oh, that's it, I can't go. You can go, but you'll be joining us on that luxury cruise ship, one of the largest in Asia, and you'll be cruising around the China Sea with 1,000 of your colleagues from Leo. So you can't go to Dubai now. Okay, that has closed, but you can continue to qualify to go to the Hong Kong cruise, but it will end, and it has to end at the end of this month, because obviously booking cruise ships, booking hotels and all that stuff is a lot of work for the team here, and we need to make sure we have all the final numbers done. So if you've introduced someone in the qualifying period, that's from the 1st of November, and you've still not quite got them to platinum, you've got to the 28th. So a few days left, but with that little bit of push, that little bit of commitment, and focusing on them and not yourself, you can make it happen. And the great news is you get a ticket and they get a ticket. So you both get to go and experience that momentum event. Next slide, please. So that's the end of my part, because there's momentum. There's Whackers, you'll see Whackers, there's Wendy, there's Dan, me here, and myself, looking slightly different. There has been a slight change to my look, which you'll see in Africa at the weekend. But it's going to be a great time, momentum. So if you've not qualified, let's make the decision to do it now. If someone can go director in under 60 days, then surely to goodness you can help a new member get to platinum by the end of this week. It's been great speaking to you. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys in Johannesburg at the weekend. Make this week count. Have a tremendous week, and I'm going to hand over to Mr. Tremendous himself, the one and only Mihir Magudia.
Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you so much for that presentation, and it's wonderful to be here. It's always a pleasure to chat to the people on this call and just talk about some of the things we're doing, some of the things we're working on. What I really like about the Momentum Tour is that it's a really generous incentive, and it's a really simple incentive. Platinum's kind of the first building block of Leo. Now, I know we have sort of bronze, silver, and gold, but you know, that's kind of for new customers. Platinum's kind of people who've taken the decision to engage with this business properly, who've taken the decision to really push themselves into the Leo business, to push themselves forward and to see what they can do here. And the Momentum incentive is kind of a reward for that. And let me tell you, if you've not been on a cruise ship out of Hong Kong before, if you've not got on one of these sort of 30-story monster boats with everything you could possibly imagine sailing on the seas out of Hong Kong, you really haven't had that experience yet, then you need to get on this trip. It is absolutely something you should be at. It's something you should share with your team, and it's something you should make sure that every single member of your team gets there. As Danny said, that lady went director in 70 days. Going platinum in 3 days is much easier than that challenge, I assure you. You know how to do it. You recruit someone as soon as humanly possible. You make them a platinum as soon as humanly possible. They get a ticket, you get a ticket. Happy days. We'll see you in Hong Kong. So it's a great incentive, and it's a great experience. If you've not seen it before, we also created a video from the event last year. I'm sure that's available on social media. I'm sure it's available on the Leo corporate page, and almost certainly on our Facebook page, the Leo corporate Facebook page as well. So have a look at that, see if you can get inspired, see if you can do what you need to do to get there in 2019 as well. Certainly something not to be missed. Equally important is the event in Cambodia. Now, I'm very passionate about this location. I'm very passionate about this executive trip. Now, I'm looking down the call here, and you know, there's some wonderful familiar faces as well, but there's a lot of new names as well that I don't yet recognize. So, oh, Primo, you're here. Nice to see you. Let me explain the executive trip to you. So when you hit executive, kind of, I mean, I know there's senior executive, but the next stop is director. So this trip is about helping you formulate that strategy to get yourself to director, helping you plan the future of your Leo business, helping you really understand what you need to do to go from executive to director, and then from director to, well, vice president, who knows. And so that's kind of what the trip is about. And you get so much training there, you get so much information, you get a lot of time to spend with the corporate team. If you know anyone who's been on the trip before, if you've spoken to them about it, hopefully they've shared with you that you spend a lot of personal time with Dan, with Andy, with me, with whoever's there, and we talk to you about your business, we talk to you about how we can help, we talk to you about the concerns you're facing, the challenges you're facing, and it's all about what solutions we can create to get over those obstacles, do whatever you need to do, and make your business succeed. And Cambodia is somewhere incredibly special to do that. It's this place with this amazing history going back 1,000 years. There was a time when it was the most advanced, most populous, biggest civilization on the planet, and then kind of now the jungle's reclaimed all of that. So you've got this world of ruins and trees growing through stone and stone growing through trees. It's just a marvelous place to walk around, to experience the culture and the history there. And I highly recommend it. So if you've not gone executive yet, make sure you do by the end of March. And if you have gone executive, I look forward to seeing you. But also, if you're a director or you've been on one of these trips before and you've got a big team going, why not buy in? Why not get yourself there as well? Because then you can support your team in this new location. You can support your new executives and get to know them a bit better. And we can really work together to take all of the businesses who are represented in Cambodia to the next level. So again, just like with the Momentum trip, I think there's a video on that website there. So do click on there, have a watch, get inspired by it, get motivated by it, and do whatever you need to do to enjoy Cambodia this summer. So thanks, Jeff. Now before I get to LeoCoin 3, there's some stuff to talk about there. I just want to reflect on some of the things that Andy was talking about earlier. So there's a bit of a focus on the African side of Leo's business here, which is wonderful and incredible. And it always reminds me of the global opportunity that sits in front of every single member from the moment they join, from the moment they take advantage of Leo, from the moment they join this business and be part of this company. You can build anywhere in the world. I remember when Jean-Michel and the Guadeloupe team just appeared one day via the French team under Veronique and the Swedish team under Magnus. It was all of a sudden, and then guess what? We had a wonderful, sparkling business in Guadeloupe. And then from there, Guadeloupe became Côte d'Ivoire and the west coast of Africa. And now different people from the UK have gone into South Africa, and Rachel in the Philippines, and I think Eric as well are building in Cape Town. And then people in our Pakistani business are building, are the people who brought the Philippines into the business. And the Asia Pacific led to the Canadians, and on and on and on and on. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. It doesn't matter what country you're from. It doesn't matter what your background, who your friends are, what your education level is. You can build a global business with us. You can build a global business with Leo. And that slight focus on Africa that Andy at the start of the call is a real reminder of that. 2 years ago, how many of us were talking about an exciting Africa business? We weren't really. We just kind of started our first steps into Côte d'Ivoire. We just kind of first started doing what we were doing there. And now it's blowing up with people going director in virtually record time. So there's a real opportunity for all of us here. There's a real opportunity for all of you. And it's just so exciting to see what people can achieve so quickly, just opening up new countries just like that. So on to LeoCoin 3. The very exciting news which I shared last week was that the fundamental building blocks of the actual new coin on the new blockchain, the new LeoCoin 3 on the new Ethereum blockchain, are done. So that massive piece of technological work, that massive piece of coding is essentially there. If we wanted to launch the thing as it is with no special features, we could pretty much do that now. What's happening now, and actually I don't lie, I've been on emails about this just this morning before this call, is the smart contracts are being created. The special features are being agreed. The tweaks, the elements of the coin that we want to happen with launch are being finalized. All of that's being worked on, all of that's being processed, but we're very pleased that the lion's share of the work, the back of the project, has been broken. And things are going very well on the development there, so we're very happy. And then as this rolls forward, as new and new features are added, we have a coin that just gets better and better and better. It works faster, it's more efficient, and the features just improve and improve. So we're very positive with where we got to so far on LeoCoin 3. We're very pleased that we've overcome lots and lots of coding challenges that we were faced with by moving to Ethereum. Those are all resolved. The coin's essentially there. We're now on special features and details, which are important, but no great hurdles. And as you see on the next couple of slides, obviously we'll be updating the website. Your hands will be held through the process. You'll know what to do. It's about swapping your Leo coins if you hold them externally. It's about doing nothing at all. It's about opting in on the back office if you hold them on the internal platform. It doesn't matter where you hold them. You can upgrade your Leo coin to the 3.0 as soon as we switch to the Ethereum blockchain, as soon as we launch the new features, as soon as we launch all of the new mechanisms that we're doing. So on the LeoCoin Foundation website, on the LeoCoin website, there'll be information, but we'll obviously train you and educate you as well on this call when the time is right. So thanks, Jeff. Oh yes, this incentive is still running. So this incentive and the incentive I'll talk about in a moment are coming to an end soon. So take advantage while you can. Like Andy said, the momentum incentive has The momentum incentive has 3 days left. Recruit a new person, turn them into a platinum. They get a ticket. You get a ticket. It could not be simpler. And then we'll see you in Hong Kong, or if you've qualified already, we'll see you in Dubai. Any more questions than that, do contact our support team or do contact your upline. I'm sure they can help you. They can help you there. Right now, for only 3,000 points in your lesser leg, a new person can go platinum. That means they get a ticket to Momentum in Hong Kong and you get a ticket to Momentum in Hong Kong. Don't miss out while it lasts. It is ridiculously generous. It's almost too generous, along with the other incentive on the next slide. We are running these things for as long as we possibly can until they just don't work for us anymore. It's still going now, so take advantage of this bronze, silver, and gold incentive as well. Don't let your new people miss out. The rewards we're running right now are incredibly generous. There's never ever been a better time to be a member of this company. There's never been a better time to be part of Leo. As I say, this particular incentive, this rank award incentive, has already expired in lots of markets around the world. It's already ended in lots of our markets, and more markets it will be ending with very, very soon indeed. Let me just explain that a little bit. So what the company's been doing is we are launching some very exciting new things, new projects, new plans in Brazil. And we're doing the intelligent thing, I hope, which is to trial them out in a few small markets or a few markets around the world first, just to make sure our systems work, just to stress test them, just to make sure that all of our new plans kind of meet with reality. Because we sit here in our offices, we have whiteboards, we have blackboards, we have things to write on and plan on, and all sorts of lines and arrows and circles to draw. But you never know what the reality of something will be until it meets contact with the field, until all of you get your hands on it, until all of you start playing with it, all of you start selling it, all of you start using it to build your businesses. So what's been happening around the world is that some markets have been pilot areas for new products we're planning, new launches we're testing out. But after Brazil, or in Brazil, those launches will happen for the rest of the world. So in those pilot markets, their bronze, silver, and gold rank has already ended. So you can see that we are very, very close to ending it. I can't see it living another week. So make sure you break new people. You make sure you bring new people into the business while the going is good. Make sure you don't miss out on what is possibly the best time to join Leo that there has ever been. Thank you very much indeed. So, Jeff, on the next one. So you know what you need to do. The call to action is very, very simple indeed. Get yourself to Hong Kong. Get yourself on the Hong Kong cruise by the end of this month. 3 days doesn't sound like much time. It is a lifetime if you want it to be. It is all the time you need to bring someone in and turn them into a platinum. And do remember, multiple tickets are obviously available on this thing. So if you break 10 platinums, those 10 people are qualifying and you've got 10 tickets as well to use. So don't let yourself miss out on that very, very simple way of getting more than one ticket to bring more of your friends, more of your family, more of your team members to experience the wonders of a Leo Momentum tour. And I can't say it enough times. Get yourself to Cambodia as well. We're very excited about the numbers we're looking at there. It's going to be an event like no other. It's going to be very, very significant. It's going to be a real milestone for our executives, I think. I can't wait to share it with you. You've got incentives running. You've got momentum incentives running. You've got new things in the pipeline. This Leo business is going from strength to strength to strength. I'm very, very excited about the trip to Johannesburg this weekend. There's loads more to talk about there. If I get to see you there, that will be a wonderful thing, and we can talk more. We can talk more about your business and the Leo business there. So do what you need to do. It's a glorious week to do it. There's loads going on in the Leo business, and I can't wait to see what you all achieve. Thank you very much for your time, and I really look forward to speaking to you next week, where we'll be back from Johannesburg, and we'll see what's happening then. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you all soon.
When I did the live seminar in London with Paul Southwell,